You've probably asked yourself this question at least once. Am I big enough? And maybe you've never said it out loud. Maybe you've Googled it at 2 a.m. Maybe you've compared yourself in the locker room, or worse, compared yourself to what you see online. Today, I'm going to give you the real data, the medical truth, and what actually matters, according to urologists and global research. And some of this might genuinely shock you. Let's start with the biggest myth of all. Most men dramatically overestimate what average actually is. Large international studies measuring thousands of men, not self-reported numbers but clinically measured data, consistently show that the average erect length worldwide falls within a surprisingly narrow range. And here's what almost nobody tells you. The majority of men cluster very close to that average. There are extremes, yes, but statistically, most of you watching this are far more normal than you think. Now, here's where psychology kicks in. Men don't compare themselves to the average, they compare themselves to the extreme, the top 1%, the edited videos, the camera angles, the performers selected specifically because they are outliers. That's like comparing your height to NBA players and assuming you're short. It's a distorted sample, and distortion creates insecurity. But let's go deeper into the science. Size in erection is primarily determined by genetics, vascular health, and hormonal development during puberty. Testosterone levels in adolescence influence tissue growth, but once adulthood is reached, structural size does not significantly change. That means pills claiming permanent growth? Be very skeptical. Vacuum devices? They temporarily increase blood flow, not structural tissue length. Surgery? It carries real risks, scarring, nerve damage, and in some cases, reduced function. As a urologist would tell you, the goal is not size. The goal is function and satisfaction. Now, here's the part that surprises many men. When researchers survey women about satisfaction, size rarely ranks as the top factor. What consistently ranks higher? Emotional connection, confidence, foreplay quality, communication, erection firmness. Let's talk about firmness for a moment. From a physiological standpoint, what matters most for pleasure is adequate rigidity and sustained blood flow. A slightly smaller but fully rigid erection often provides more satisfaction than a larger but softer one. That's pure biomechanics. The vaginal canal itself is highly adaptable and sensitive primarily in its outer portion. That means extreme depth is not the main driver of pleasure. But insecurity can sabotage performance. When a man becomes anxious about size, cortisol rises, adrenaline increases, blood vessels constrict, and guess what that affects? Erection quality. So the very insecurity about size can create the problem you fear. That's a powerful psychological loop. Now let's address the elephant in the room, pornography. Adult content platforms disproportionately select performers who fall far outside statistical averages. Lighting, camera angles, and even prosthetic enhancements amplify the illusion. If you consume this content frequently, your brain recalibrates its normal. This is called perceptual adaptation, and it doesn't just distort expectations, it can increase performance anxiety. The solution: shift your metric of success. Instead of asking, am I big enough? Ask, am I healthy enough? Am I confident? Am I attentive to my partner? Because in real clinical practice, the men who struggle most are not the ones with average size. They're the ones with poor vascular health, high blood pressure, smoking history, diabetes, obesity. These damage the endothelial lining of blood vessels, the very system responsible for erections. Improving blood flow through exercise, sleep, nutrition, and stress management can enhance erection strength far more effectively than chasing unrealistic size goals. Let me give you perspective. A difference of 1 centimeter visually appears much larger to the person looking down than it does to a partner during intimacy. Viewing angle changes perception. Self-comparison exaggerates flaws. This is a cognitive bias. Now, are there medical conditions involving true micropenis or developmental abnormalities? Yes, but they are rare and typically diagnosed early due to hormonal issues. For the vast majority of adult men who worry about size, medically, they are within normal range. And here's something empowering. Confidence is neurologically contagious. When you carry yourself with assurance, when you are present, when you focus on your partner instead of self-monitoring, your performance improves, your body relaxes, blood flow improves. That's science, not motivational fluff. Quick mid-video reminder. If this kind of honest, science-backed breakdown helps you, hit like and subscribe. I post evidence-based men's health content twice daily to keep you informed and confident. Now, let's build an action plan. Step 1. Stop measuring yourself against unrealistic media. Step 2. Optimize vascular health. Strength training 3 times a week, daily walking, sleep 7 to 8 hours, manage blood pressure. Step 3. Limit excessive porn consumption if you notice comparison anxiety. Step 4. Communicate openly with your partner. Confidence grows in conversation, not silence. Step 5. If you genuinely have concerns, consult a qualified urologist, not anonymous forums. Remember, medical professionals measure function, not ego. And here's the truth most men never hear. You are far more likely to lose erection quality from stress, poor lifestyle, or cardiovascular disease than from being too small. So the real question isn't about inches, it's about health. It's about mindset. It's about performance in the holistic sense. If today's data surprised you, comment below with the word normal so other men realize they're not alone. And if you found value, share this with someone who needs reassurance backed by science, not myths. At the end of the day, masculinity isn't measured in centimeters. It's measured in confidence, control, and care for your health. Stay strong, stay informed, and I'll see you in the next video.